Brandon Scott got a movie called Body of Politics. Well, I got a movie called Get Shorty. And it covered Mayor Brandon Scott's time he been in service. Ever since he sat in that seat from day one. I got everything on film from 2006 to 2024. Social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. And they pay attention to this. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Everything Brandon Scott got since 2006, he got to turn over for a federal investigation. I'm a copywritten criminal. We talking about mass incarceration. See that? P.O. Box. Please allow 30 to 60 days for our office to do an investigation. That's Kerry Cogwa, President Obama's secretary. President Obama asked for an investigation. Silence is consent. That's a legal notice. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. It's an MPT learning moment. If I turn this board over, it's going to show the history of Brandon Scott. The history of Brandon Scott. I'm the cook in Baltimore. I work for Kathleen Hughes, TV One, Radio One, Roland Martin, Ask Scott Martin, The Big Fat Morning Show. When Marc Clark first came to town, I did the party for Nelly at the Milford Mill Swim Club. I'm a cook. I'm a caterer. I work for 85% of the richest people in the state. Got a story called Shorty, and I ain't hard to find. I work for the Ravens. I work for the Orioles. I work for anybody in Baltimore. I'm the cook, and I'm getting ready to cook y'all up. These are the supporters of Shorties. All right? These are the supporters of Shorties. I was making a documentary about Baltimore. That's Gov.O'Malley. That's Mayor Pugh and me. These are the supporters of Shorties. And if you go to the real news, they got this. Jane Miller got this. We're going to show the role that the media plays in misinformation. You feel me? Because these are the supporters of Shorties. These are the people that support me. These are the people that support me. You feel me? That's a testimonial. All right? Job Opportunity Task Force, Karen York, a.k.a. Shorty, a testimony. And that's me. Like I said, I'm the cook. And these are the supporters of Shorties. And these are the Orioles. Like I said, I work for the Orioles. I work for the Ravens. I'm the cook in Baltimore. And that's Joey Lolapolo from Fox 45. We're going to talk about misinformation. Armstrong Williams. I've been dealing with Armstrong Williams for the longest. We're going to look at Armstrong Williams' career in Fox 45 and how they demonize Black Baltimore. That's Shorty and Devin Allen. Like I said, I'm making a movie about Baltimore. Right here. I'm the cook in Baltimore. So, man, Brandon Scott, you got a movie?
Good evening. This 77th meeting of the 72nd term of the Baltimore City Council is now called to order.
It's all about your council.
Today we have a 17% increase for homicides. So for what we had last year, and we all know last year is the worst year that we ever had. We're going to make every effort to making sure that we're investing in the long-term root causes to deal with violence, but that does not mean that we forget about the people that are dying every day. I would like to ask you to honor a moment of silence for the victims of homicides in Baltimore.
Yeah, Sharon Middleton, all of y'all. The documentary was about y'all. Get Shorty, the movie. Get Shorty. Shorty, pull your mask up. That's Annapolis. That's City Hall. That's City Hall. That's Gretchen and Shorty, and that's Shorty. Gretchen is a witness to everything I've been doing for the last 3 years. All right? A conscientious observer. Those are criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger because I was kidnapped for making this documentary. I was labeled a terrorist for making this documentary. Release all material to the voters. In 2024, you got to release all material to the voters. Release all material to the voters. Ex-felons can vote. I'm the cook in Baltimore. We talking about Project Baltimore. Community in crisis. Talking about voter suppression. All right? See that? This is an officer of the Supreme Court. Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. See that? Oh, shit. Ugh. Sharon Middleton, you see that? Right here. Sharon Middleton, I want you to pay attention. Wake up. Hold your head up. Dwayne G. Davis, Falls Road. Davis versus Illinois. You see that? Under Article 3 of the Constitution. That means I get to file a writ of certiorari. And you got my paperwork. That's Shorty's self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. See the part? Political, created mock government. I've been bird dogging y'all for the last, since 2006. All right? Since 2006. See that? Get Shorty, the movie, 2006. Falls Road, that's my store. You feel me? So, man, Brandon Scott, I don't know what you're going to do, but that's Get Shorty. That's Get Shorty. You see that? Imagine having your own manservant available for you 24 hours a day. Yeah, Gov.O'Malley approved the program. That's the United States Postal Service, all right? So everything that you got to turn over to the voters so the world can see being black in America 2024. A federal criminal investigation, all right? That's the mail receipt. You part of the investigation. You sitting in that seat. It's making a documentary about Baltimore and their politics, the Democratic Party. See the date? 2007. Falls Road. Thank you for contacting my office regarding the investigation of your son's death. In regards to your documentary, I will not be able to appear. If my office can be of any assistance to you, please, in the future, concerning the problems in federal agencies, please contact me. That's Senator Ben Cardin. Senator Ben Cardin endorsed you. So you, Senator Ben Cardin, need to turn over that paperwork. Mayor Brandon Scott, the youngest council president in city history.
Was dominated our city for the 37 years that I've been alive.
That's Kaylin Young.
I'm not supposed to be here by the statistics.
All right.
I grew up in Park Heights, one of the most underserved and violent neighborhoods in Baltimore.
That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. All right. And that's Shorty. I went to jail in 1986 and turned in guns and drugs to the police at the police station to end the war on drugs. The violence that you see today is because of the war on drugs. It's the body of politics. I ain't hard to find. Got a story called Shorty. But Brandon Scott, you got work to do. We talking about the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment. And we're going to be flushing careers down the hole. That's Mayor Brandon Scott, Commissioner Worley, and Commissioner Harris. So everything that y'all got to turn over. It's potty training politicians.
Don't act so disgusted. Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Remember that. Potty training politicians. My son died in 2006. This is dedicated to my son.